Hello everyone, welcome back to Cause. This is the first episode of my brand new series where we talk about the story of primates ranging from actual real life events to even theoretical concepts that involve monkeys. Today we'll be talking about one of the most interesting and controversial pieces of evidence we have on chimpanzee behavior. Of course, I'm talking about the Gombe Chimpanzee War of 1974 to 1978, which I prefer to call the Gombe Chimpanzee Massacre for reasons you'll soon understand. The tensions of the war actually began 3 years prior at the Gombe Stream Research Center, now known as the Gombe National Park in Tanzania. At the park, there lives chimpanzee communities that can range from 1 to 40 members, and the region is divided into 3 areas: the Mitumba in the north, the Kasakela in the middle area, and the Kalanje in the south. Our story takes place in the Kasakela territory where in 1971, the alpha chimpanzee, Leaky, passed away. May he rest in peace. The Kasakela community was made up of 13 other chimpanzee males, with some sources saying 18 females. However, I couldn't find any evidence to support this, so we'll just go with it, because we only need to focus on 6 of them. The new leader would become Figgin, however this would not last because the 2 brother chimps, Hugh and Charlie, did not approve of the new leadership, and eventually gained support from 4 other males and 6 females to join their cause. They split from the Kasakela group and formed their own community known as the Kahama. At first, things between the 2 communities were rather peaceful, with them even sharing feeding grounds. However, as time passed, tensions grew, and soon the first move of the war finally came. On January 7th, 1974, a member of the Kahama community was feeding up on a tree when Figgin, Satan, Sherry, Everett, Rodolph, Jomio, and Humphrey, all members of the Kasakela group, ambushed Godi and beat him with rocks and sticks until he took his final breath. The group would then celebrate their kill by shouting and dragging their sticks behind them. 2 more of the Kahamans would be killed, with one of them being Hugh, the alpha male of the Kahama group. The next death in the massacre was Goliath, an elder chimp who had previously been rather friendly with Kasakela. However, his friendliness would not go both ways, and soon he too would perish. Charlie, the brother founder of the group, was next, and followed by Willy Wally, who went missing and most likely died due to polio. The final male would be Sniff, a young male who survived over 1 year after the death of Charlie before being killed himself. The last casualty of this war would be a female, who may have been pregnant and would have been killed by the enemy chimpanzees in order to prevent the lineage of the previous group from living on. But that's just speculation. 2 other females went missing, possibly leaving to join another community, and 3 were kidnapped by the Kasakelans. Although there is no happy ending for the Kahama community, you can find some solace in knowing that after the Kasakela controlled the new territory, they were immediately met with resistance by the Kalande community, who had much larger and stronger numbers than the Kasakela. Skirmishes took off at the new border, and soon the Kasakela retreated and returned to their original turf. Now, although we might not think the concept of primates warring against each other is out of the question, at the time it was discovered, many people believed it was false, and the chimps must have been guided by the human influence of Jane Goodall, who had been researching them at the time. When I first found out about this, I was intrigued seeing that there was political factions even in the animal kingdom. Although it is titled as a war, it's more of a massacre since the commons didn't really retaliate after the first casualty, and in war, you see action from both sides. Well, that's the end of this episode. Tune in next time where we talk about King Kong and how his character has changed over the centuries. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, because it helps out the channel a lot. Anyways, ciao!